become obvious. So all those things, and think again, exactly what Khalid was saying earlier, that S7 always comes out at a certain angle, always straight. CD doesn't come out in every patient. You won't see those two fingers in every patient. Sometimes we just see one. Okay, so which may be just an SMA and CD.
That was his submission. That's his sign off.
After I mentioned the other phrenic arteries.
I'm going
Okay, you want to make sure in that space that you have between the celiac, the aorta, celiac, and the diaphragm, there's no phrenic.
मैंने कहा पास कर दो इसको
That's a possibility.
बहुत हो गया
So all those things.
मिठाई पे
What we'll do is मैं अभी खाल से ये बात करता अगर हमारे पास टाइम होगा तो we will touch on at least on pseudocyst training क्योंकि कल हमने बातचीत का तो करना है एक सेक्शन वो तो theoretical है तो हम pseudocyst drainage का भी एक छोटा सा शॉर्ट कर सकते हैं इसलिए हमारा ये कि हम मैंने लैंप्स डाला है मैं उस वक्त लैंप्स डालता हूँ जब मेरा लैंप्स जो मैंने सेव करके रखा है एक्सपायर होने वाला था तो फिर मैं कहता हूँ एक्सपायर नहीं होने देना भाई डाल देते ठीक है हम उसको रखते हैं फॉर वो मिल ही नहीं रहा वो जहाँ पे मुझे लगे कि मुझे इस्तेमाल करना है फॉर शायद हमारे काम लोग ज़्यादा इतने सीरियस नहीं आते लेकिन हम प्लास्टिक स्टैम्प यूज़ करते हैं एंड हम एक चीज़ ऐसी भी करते हैं जो आई एम श्योर ये बाहर से आए हुए लोग उससे एग्री नहीं करेंगे लेकिन आप जो कह रही थी वी स्टिल हैव अ पॉलिसी एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आप ये डाल करो वी हैव डन अ ट्रायल आई मीन वी रिटन अ पेपर एंड वी एक्चुअली सेंड इट फॉर पब्लिकेशन एंड दैट इज दैट हमारा कॉस्ट का बड़ा जो है हम ये कहते हैं कि जो पेशेंट जिसमें बल्ज है और बड़ा क्लियर बल्ज है उसमें आप एंडोस्कोपिक ड्रेनेज करते हैं आप सीटी देखें आप पहली चीज़ सीटी देखिए आपने सीटी में आपको हमारा जो अभी एवरेज निकला उसमें 10 सेंटीमीटर सो इफ दे टेल मी दैट इट्स 10 सेंटीमीटर्स और अबव एंड आई विल पुट अ ड्यूबलोस्कोप आई वोंट सी अ क्लियर बल्ज any dubious bulge we don't even touch very clear bulge we just go in with needle knife put 2 10 French stents come out it takes on average to do that procedure no more than 10 to 12 minutes right versus अगर उसी वक्त हमें बल्ज नहीं नजर आया या हमारा बल्ज is doubtful then the scope comes out EUS goes in we do an EUS ठीक है that's the policy that we have here now yes we can be criticized कि जी you know in the era of EUS why do you take that risk and हमारा ये आर्ग्यूमेंट है उसके ऊपर कि we are not taking a risk ठीक है because we are now actually supporting the what we are saying we are supporting it in our setting we are not saying कि आप डेवलप वर्ल्ड में करें यहाँ कॉस्टेशन है हमारी सेटिंग में एक पेशेंट बाजोड़ से है नहमदुल्ला या कहीं और उसको भेज रहे हैं आप इस्लामाबाद फॉर यूएस ड्रेनिंग या कराची या लाहौर और उसकी बड़ी सिस्टर उसको वहीं ड्रेन कर दो या आप नहीं कर रहे या आप सर्जिकल करवा रहे देयर अ सिनेरियो सो इफ यू आर इन दैट सिचुएशन you don't have its needles are very expensive you will either reuse them which again is no less risky अब मुझे तो ये बताना reusing needle is more risky or doing what we are doing is more so there are a lot of argument against or for but one word of caution is trans abdominal assessment proper cross-sectional assessment with CT scan looking at the distance on CT scan looking at the size of the cyst and then making a decision to actually put an endoscope and then looking at the bulge and then making a decision whether you puncture or not. And I think it's a safe approach. It's a cost-effective approach as well because EUS guided is much more expensive. हमारे लिहाज से ज़्यादा expensive हो जाती है इन लोगों के हिसाब से because they are mostly putting lamps. Pseudos,
yeah, mostly still. It's much easier for people to do it.
Lamps is like 3 minutes. Khalid maybe 30 seconds. So 2-3 minutes. But lamps last I found out was almost close to $3,000 for us.
4,500.
For 3,000 for us means
9 lakh.
yeah?
9 lakh.
तकरीबन 8.5 लाख. तो मुझे अगर खुद भी सूडोसिस्ट हो तो मैं कहूँगा एक बात सुन भाई 8.5 लाख जाएंगे लास्ट से स्टैंड अनलेस ये खालिद आ जाए उन्हें मिलाया
Expired labs.
I don't care. This expired stance is a nonsense.
Sir, when I was training professor and all, microsectomies भी करते थे without needles.
नहीं पर अंदर चले जाते थे ना डायरेक्ट
अंदर
करके
चले जाते।
तो पहले यही होता था
Sir, US
नहीं वो डॉक्टर अनवार वो कर रहे थे जो उस वक्त established था 1998 में I attended my first EUS workshop, training workshop. And I came back and I said, I will never do this procedure. It was an absolute waste of time. I told my boss, they were looking at this grey black. घंटा घंटा 1.5 घंटा मेरे तो समझ भी नहीं आ रहा था उसको भी ग्रेडियल स्कोप था आधों को यही नहीं पता था खुद वो क्या कर रहे हैं तो यूएस has evolved. उस जमाने में even Japan, everywhere they were doing transplant. All I'm saying is कि यार आपके पास पेशेंट बहुत दूर है आपके पास फैसिलिटी नहीं है तो ये ऑप्शन ऐसा है जिसको आप कंसिडर कर सकते हैं विद योर ओन एक्सपीरियंस हमने जो वी डू दिस इज नाउ आवर स्टैंडर्ड प्रोटोकॉल एक्चुअली इमीडिएटली ड्यूनोस्कोप यूएसकोप दोनों ही होते हैं
Sir, तो उसमें पंक्चर आप उससे करते हैं प्रीकट से
नीट प्रीकट
प्रीकट और फिर उसमें प्रोटोन डालते हैं
उसमें प्रीकट से कर लिया वायर प्रीकट के जरिए चला जाता है तो उसके बाद आपने जैसे बाकी तो वही प्रोसीजर है जो आपके हम डायरेक्ट ज़्यादा करते हैं उसमें हम 6 to 8 करते हैं यूजली बिकॉज हमने 2 7 फ्रेंच डालने होते हैं इसमें हम 10 तक करते हैं इसमें हम 10 के बाद 2 10 फ्रेंच के स्टैंड डालते हैं सिंगल पिक डबल पिक टेल 5 सेंटीमीटर दोनों आई वुड नॉट रिकमेंड स्ट्रेट
एक ही वायर से दो करते हैं दो side
नहीं हम
से।
पहला वायर डाल दिया देन वी यूज द पुशिंग
Seven
कैथेटर
French, yeah, pushing.
जो 10 फ्रेंच का जो पुशिंग कैथेटर है वो ज्यादा है वायर के ऊपर अंदर you put a second wire with that then you take that out put one stem and then
Even 7 French push it takes 2.
सेवन फ्रेंच भी लेता है काम करता है आदत बनी हुई कैथेटर
रिमूव कब करेंगे
हैं यार आप हम तो रिमूव नहीं करते
उसको फॉलो कर रहे हैं
फॉलो अप आई जस्ट टेल देम कि यार तुम्हारी तबीयत ठीक होगी एक दफ़ा आके दिखा दो अल्ट्रासाउंड करके सिस्ट तुम्हारी ठीक है फीवर नहीं है पेन नहीं है they come usually after 4 to 6 weeks sometimes 8 week के अल्ट्रासाउंड if they are well usually they are very well I don't see the bad necrotic cases I know Gyas sees them in Lahore we don't see I mean we do I don't know how many pseudocysts we do in a month quite a few but maybe I'm to 10 French wireless and say draining अच्छी हो जाती I have no idea I don't know what it is but we don't have to do necrosectomy ऐसा नहीं है कि हम pancreatitis नहीं देख रहे cyst नहीं देख रहे complication नहीं देख रहे but somehow the other में नहीं मिल रहा है
The hospitalized sick patients.
yeah we have I mean,
उनकी जो UNC necrosis है
you know not really not that much not the one where we have to keep going
We have seen a lot of them.
I know Vyas was telling me
We have like
I have 3 hospitals. Like I'm involved in 4 hospitals. The combined beds are मिला ले तो अगर इस hospital का मिला के रखें तो we've got almost 3,000
we've done
beds.
like 25 in like a year. Right? That's what-
Maybe I don't know. Maybe we give stronger antibiotics. I don't need to. I always use a managlycoside. I don't use. I don't use. Huh? नहीं मेरोपेनम के बाद I always use amikacin. Gram-negative bugs, resistant bugs, amikacin works in more cases than a marinum. So it's a combination of marinum and amikacin is standard. If you've got infective pseudocyst या infective one है ज़ाहिर है तो फिर वो I use the combination. Most of my patients will get unless they have renal issue, they all get antibiotics.
नेक्रोसेक्टमी का वैसे थ्रेशोल्ड क्या है कब आप
depends
क्लिनिकली
on
पेशेंट को
so
फीवर भी होता है डब्ल्यूबीसी रेज्ड होते
So
हैं
कुछ concepts हैं जो कि based on the data obviously maybe there is always a population difference. So population in the West जैसे कि discussion हुई थी those principles or those rules may not apply to the population in the East. वहाँ पे जो genuine pseudocyst is not common. एक अहम चीज़ ये होती है कि we obviously there has to be an indication for it, for the drainage, which is size is not a criteria. Obviously depends on some of the cases. So genuine pseudocyst is not common. Size itself is not the only criteria. There are other these things that need to be taken into account.
No, we're talking about symptomatic.
Symptomatic.
So size is not, that we understand. But it should be symptomatic pseudocyst. We see a lot.
Jaundice भी करी होती है।
That thing is compressed करेंगे तो क्या?
और उसमें
लेकिन one में what makes you go back?
what makes you, again जैसे आपने कहा number 1 symptoms, number 2 जो necrosis है, it's more than sort of 30% necrosis, which CT there's a data suggesting CT is not the best when it comes to determining.
How do you decide?
So EUS has probably an edge when it comes to.
So let's say if somebody has got 40%.
So उसमें
necrosis.
जो शायद का जो test and trial था, obviously one option was that you go in on index procedure, you go and do the stent drainage and do the necrosectomy. So endoscopic transluminal drainage and endoscopic transluminal necrosectomy in the index procedure. We don't tend to do it. What we would do,
I'm sure you don't do that.
we don't tend to do it, but what we would do, we place the stent, or then we will have an aggressive approach to bring them back. Problem is, I think to some cases there's an advantage of plastic stents. What we commonly see with the human opposing metal stents is those stents, in case there is a wall of necrosis, those stents get blocked. And the patient then becomes secondary abscesses. So patients sometimes are not too unwell, but post deployment of the stent, they become unwell because of the collection in GSEN. They become secondary abscesses. So for that very reason, what we tend to do is we tend to bring them back next day. And then from every other day, depending on how sick they are clinically, और एक और चीज़ होती है सबसे अहम चीज़ जो which I believe हम लोग अभी एक काम कर रहे हैं इसके ऊपर, there's a system, there's a Italian group ने classification निकाली थी Q&I, quadrant, necrosis, infection. So how many quadrants are involved in the abdomen? What is the degree of necrosis and presence or absence of infections?
So how is degree of necrosis defined?
So उसमें 30% above 50%. So there are 3 categories in that. Above 50%, 50 or 60%. And the one is below 30%, 30 to 50%. So if it's...
तो बड़ा grey हो जाएगा.
So Q&I scoring system है. Based on that scoring system, you decide...
सिटी में वो निकालते हैं 10,000 स्कोर में उसको निकालते हैं.
Yeah, well, again, as I said, because the CT has its own limitation. You know, CTs, there is a camera which is with 10 millimeter, there is a camera with a 50 MRI scan.
हम एग्जैक्ट तो नहीं बता सकते कि 55 और 45.
जी. तो वो
तो फिर आप second day बुला लेते.
हम लोग second day बुलाते हैं, then we if they fall on the Q&I score, they've got the highest score, then we do it every
Even if they are stable.
No, even if they're stable, because there is a risk of them developing some.
Okay, so our experience is very different, and even if there's necrosis on EUS, I can't say 70-30, but it's definitely significant, more than 1/3 of the cyst. There are pus coming out, debris coming out. Their patients do very well after they have good antibiotics. If the patient is stable, no fever, I don't want to see that patient unless they develop a problem or you see them going down in other ways. अब हो सकता है कि I'm sure we are missing.
Our approach is not as aggressive, but it's not as conservative either. We usually will, with large necrotic collection, there's definite necrosis, right? There's no question about it.
Yeah.
We'll put the lambs in, we'll put in double pigtails.
Okay, labs के साथ you put in
Double pigtails.
1 or 2.
Variable, I sometimes will do 2, or if I know I'm going to bring him back in two days, I'll just put in 1. 1 to 2 double pigtails, bring them back in 48 to 72 hours. Usually we don't bring them back the next day. And then depending on how much we accomplish and how much necrosis there is, decide when the next procedure is. And logistically sometimes what happens is we're so busy with other procedures, you have a patient on for like 2 days from now. वो उसका delay हो गया because we couldn't accommodate the patient. Patient floor पर बैठा है, he's okay, or she is okay, but we tend to see them to resolution of necrosis before discharge. These are the sick ones. What we found, and I think that's been published as well, okay, when you have patients who come in as an outpatient, like necrosectomy, diagnostic, just concur. They're outpatients with true necrosis. We have found that when we train them and try and discharge them home, they come back with infection. To your point, they get infected secondarily from the intervention. So I have a low threshold for keeping those in the hospital. These are symptomatic but not infected. So they're at home, their necrosis, their pancreatitis was 3 months ago, and now they're symptomatic. So उनको हम रख लेते हैं, and then we go back in maybe like 48 to 72 hours. And again, if we get it all cleaned out, good. If not, then we'll give them more time.
Overall mortality of acute severe infected severe pancreatitis, with all the interventions that we've done, overall mortality has come down to what level?
It hasn't come down.
That's my question.
That's the thing. The ICU care has improved.
20 to, still is 20 to 30% at best.
Mortality is
severe.
mortality.
Severe में बता।
Many severe में mortality is around 10 or less, right?
Really?
But a lot of it is driven by ICU care improvement, not necessarily what we do. The fact that patients treated with plastic versus metal stents have the same mortality tells us that we haven't changed the disease process.
Chai पीनी आप? Anybody for tea?
Coffee.
Coffee? Coffee? इस जाने से हो गया?
So,
time limits क्या है? For example, acute pancreatitis necrotizing established है. जब ये 4 weeks का वो है भी या after 2 weeks में अगर लैम्प आ गया is it sufficient for
No,
2
it's
weeks?
got nothing to do with the LAMS availability. It remains the same. The principle remains the same. Delay, drain, debride. Delay, debride. 3 Ds. The principle remains the same. Irrespective whether you have LAMS or a plastic stent. LAMS are known to have some any further advantage. But you're absolutely right. If a patient is septic, if they got a ward
Today
of
का
necrosis or acute
I have an announcement to make as well.
collection with multi-organ
But I need to have
then you can intervene.
But
Therefore,
the necrosis it should be walled off or at least 2 weeks wait for
I'm saying that whenever you correct, you need to give it time as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, what we are talking about are two different groups. Patient who's getting better or is stable is a different patient. Patient who's got issues related to the necrosis in the pancreas in the form of ward-off necrosis, and he or she is exhibiting severity symptoms, then you don't wait. That's what you're talking about. And then there is a question about once you've done something, what should be the next step and when should it be? I think correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's going to be a total consensus on that.
Maybe, but there is data to suggest that like there was an Indian study and another one, I think, where the need to re-intervene after drainage, especially after LAMS, was very low. And to say, wait, you should only go in as needed. That you don't have to go proactively on a scheduled basis.
So that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what you're trying to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm
This
trying
is
to
unlike
say.
our practice.
That this is something that is to our favor.
No, but I think
No,
we are.
and again, I think,
I really do.
but I think there's a problem. The use of antibiotics. Okay, I know it's controversial, but in this particular group, it's not. The use of antibiotics done in India, Pakistan, and our part of the world is much earlier and much stronger. And maybe, in a particular group of pancreatitis patients, that is actually what is helping these patients. A, B, I think the etiology also has a big difference. मेरा ख्याल है, मुझे लगता है आप लोगों की आपकी अल्कोहलिक ज़्यादा है ना?
Coffee also is the number one. The other thing is the amount of peripancreatic fat. हमारा बहुत ज़्यादा है. I don't think you have as much fat
That's
around the pancreas as we do. So our patients
How
have a lot more necrosis, not just of the pancreas, but also of the peripancreatic
how
fat.
often do you see fatty pancreas?
A lot.
You see a lot. Is there any? I'm sure it must.
लेकिन वैसे मैंने कल इधर देखा है.
हाँ मैंने भी देखा. music, yes. But college is yes. No, I wanted you to do it. Very bad.
Pancreatic ERCP is real necrotizing pancreatitis.
पैंक्रियाटिक ERCP के बाद यानी पोस्ट ERCP पैंक्रियाटिस में फोर्स हो सकता है। बिल्कुल देखा है। मैंने अपने केस में देखा है। My own patient who had very severe pancreatitis. I had a patient who died.
वैसे तो ERCP pancreatitis होता है।
Severe की बात है।
मैं सिर्फ pancreatic ERCP की बात कर रही हूँ, pancreas नहीं।
No, देखो दो अलग चीजें हैं। इसमें तो कराएंगे एक acute recurrent pancreatitis. That's a different disease. Then you have a patient who's got chronic pancreatitis और pancreatitis नहीं है। Because उसकी duct का हशरी जब तक वो आपके पास आता है, मेरे पास आता है, उसके duct जो होती है उसकी wall इतनी thick होती है, it's not the pancreatic duct, that is the nasal one, which is what you see in acute recurrent or obviously other pancreatitis. But when you are doing pancreatic therapy, and this is something that I think, I learned the hard way, because Nadeem would correct me if I am, not every center in the United Kingdom, at least when I was working, was involved in pancreatic therapy. So all pancreatic cases were sent to my time in Liverpool, one other place in London. The numbers were also not that high. But जब यहाँ आगे हमारे पर ये लोड पड़ा है, तो we have realized that pancreatitis, probably to learn, chronic pancreatitis का patient is best. Pancreatitis को acute नहीं होने वाला आपके वैसे. I haven't seen maybe 1 in 1,000, I don't know, but नहीं होता. क्योंकि pain होता है. Post ERCP pain. If you put a large stent, almost always. No, hyperemesis को छोड़ दे. Just pain from chronic pancreatitis patient, उसको आपने stricture. I go very slow. I would not go beyond 5 to 7 French in my first time. I don't care. If the patient has responded, patient's pain free, then I will bring in. Increase the size. I put, like most people, I put five stents in a pancreatic duct as well. But that has to go gradually. Mustafa is a pancreatologist. I'm not. So you let me.
And I also do something. Maybe you could I start small, 5. Uspe I'd bring them back in like 6 weeks or so. And then I'll upsize and do either 7 or 5s. But it depends on the upstream duct. Like a duct में जगह हो तो फिर you can add more. Otherwise you're stuck.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're stuck.
Pediatrics में I think it's best. We were discussing the other day Khalid के साथ. Pediatric में अगर आपकी pancreatic channelation हो की जाती है, so I think before putting a pancreatic stent of 5 French, you need to be very careful because the size of duct is very small. The smaller the child, the smaller the duct, the less pancreatitis we see for whatever reason. So, but stent नहीं डालना छोटे बच्चे. Pediatric के जो बच्चे हैं, they are very sensitive. Standard will never go above 5 French in a chronic pancreatitis, no matter how big the duct is. My first stent is always a 5 French. You should ideally place a long stent so that your stent is not like this. Cross here, the stent should be like this. For that you really need to take the stent all the way to the end. Again, यहाँ पे भी एक क्या है, वो ये है कि अगर आपका stent लंबा डाल दिया आपने, and it's actually hitting the distal pancreatic duct, so your patient sometimes will have a lot of pain. And so all you need to do is just pull it back a little. So those are the things that we do.
Recently there's a polyethylene and polyurethane stents. There's a new Jovian stents which are very soft, pliable stents with multi-fenestrated stents, which are sort of designed for the same purpose because of less risk of vibration, less pain. So I think that is what is certainly what we do in our practice, and those are kind of license for that application.
So maximum time मतलब in Pakistan there is not a good follow up patient. Even in resource depleted areas like in our hospitals, हमारा PD cannulation का हुआ है why are we giving them 90% डाल दिए patient. हम डालते 5 mostly के विद इंटेंशन के 2-3 दिन बाद में डेफिनेटली वो यहाँ निकल जाते हैं. तो वो कई दफ़ा मैक्सिमम 3-6 महीने बाद फॉलो किया जाते हैं. एंड तो इसके लिए हम ये पूछना चाह रहे हैं बेसिकली कि इज़ इट वेरी मच हार्मफुल, या अगर पड़ा भी रहे 3 महीने 6 महीने तो इट विल नॉट हार्म.
इसमें दो चीज़ें आई थिंक. पहली चीज़ ये कि एटलीस्ट इवन दे नॉट कमिंग बैक, यू शुड एनकरेज देम टू गो एंड हैव एन एक्स-रे. एब्डोमिनल एक्स-रे दूर से आया है तो उसे बोलेंगे अपने लोकल जाके एक्स-रे करा लो, कोई भी somebody can at least. तो दूसरी, if that happens, that the stent is still there and it's not been removed, और वो किसी peripheral area में भी है तो कोई भी जाके gastroscopy से stent remove कर सकते हैं. Stent removal is not done. आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा है कि अगर receive the flange, होता ही है कि कुछ stents में they come with the flange, so you have to take the flange. बहुत ना I've done the mistake as well कि वो दिया stent में flange था, didn't notice it and then डाल दिया था. Still, I mean, stent should follow, but if it doesn't, ideally shouldn't stay, because obviously there's a risk of, there's a fibrotic process already going on, there's already inflammatory process on. If there's anything, any nidus or further infection or problematic, it's not going to have in the patient. Those who've got a chronic pancreatitis, then it probably okay, but those who've got you can put it to prevent, and for some reason it doesn't come out, there's always a risk. I probably would advocate we should leave it for 3 months.
से थोड़ा सा मिलता जुलता है शायद अवे ऑफ टॉपिक्स. CBD के जो है एटलीस्ट फॉर
Honestly, I think we don't want to leave them because especially with the flange stents, you can have that condition. So the lumbar pada gets for several months, they can end up having that injury. From there you develop structures. आप ये कर सकते हो कि flanges काट दें, just leave external flanges open like before. दूसरा कि अगर पाकिस्तान में है ना available any soft stents, so ऊपर में soft है ना, जो है designed to fall out. तो वो आपको ना वो खुद निकल जाते हैं at a high, very high rate. So if you can get your hands on those, then you'll be safer. But non-compliance condition, I don't know if it's if you procedure कराना नहीं चाहते या खर्चे क्या है या just other factors.
One more question. I just want to ask about CBD irrigation. Dr. Ghulam was, I have a patient, a few patients above 100 years of age. We have a patient 101 and large stone which post-colon USA से हुई थी, इसके बाद हमारे पास follow up में. वो हर दफ़ा हम हर साल उसके 2 डबल पिटेल डालते हैं और अपॉइंटमेंट ऐसे लगता है जैसे अंदर से दाग जाएगा. तो मतलब अगर हम बुक को देखें तो वो है कि you will definitely increase intra-bile expression more than 10 mm and then it will worsen cholangitis and so on. So what is मतलब ऐसे पेशेंट में मतलब आप उसकी 4 years ट्रीटमेंट कर चुके हैं और ऑलमोस्ट एवरी अगस्त पता नहीं वो एक बाय मिथ है एवरी अगस्त she was at 97 exploration हो नहीं सकती सही में. ठीक है, ejection fraction 30% हो गया. तो we have gone through 4 attempts और 4 दफा उस पर डबल पिक्चर दो डाल. So what should be remedy for next time? Are the methods So what should we do for it? Pancreatic irrigation.
How big is it?
That late होती है. Last time it was 26.
क्या चीज
100-year-old started at the age of 97, recurrent stone formation requiring years of once a year, and they put in double pigtails and she comes back around a year later with
That's
sludge.
probably because you put double pigtail.
Yes, sir.
So double दो.
हाँ तो मैं कह रहा हूँ तो और भी आपने ब्लॉक कर दिया. I would do a sphincter. I mean, I would have. I'm sorry. मैंने पूरा सिनारियो नहीं पता, but generally speaking, I would do a sphincteroplasty and finish it off and do nothing.
101.
So what? 101 में एकदम लिखा हुआ sphincteroplasty नहीं कर सकते. आपको ये किसने कहा कि 15-18 की करो?
With the sphincteroplasty, just sweep it out.
Just sweep it out and leave it.
Patient alone.
Yeah. What is happening is, I'll tell you, because we don't know the whole scenario. It's a 100-year-old. Whoever did the ERCP, उसकी जान निकली हुई होगी, स्विंग नहीं करते हुए. ठीक है, I don't know. I'm just imagining this. मैंने कहा बॉस इतना कट गया काफी है. निकल आया पत्थर निकल आया. मैं जल्दी जल्दी करें, अगर वेनिसाइटिस होगा या sedation जो भी होगा, सब भाई फारिग करें, मतलब डायरेक्ट डायलिंग बहुत ज़्यादा है. You know what I mean? So what is possible is, मैं क्योंकि there is 3 years में recurrent stones sounds very. It's not because of a problem with the bile. It's the problem of the treatment, in my opinion.
Stent is inducing.
Stent is actually inducing debris, and because pigtail stents. I don't use pigtail stents. And again, for stones, I'm sorry. And we find it's not that we have stones migrated, and we have everything in our unit. At least from 2006 to now, you can pick up any report, and you can get data on all the ERCPs we have done. I don't think it makes a difference, because if you got large enough stones, the stent does not migrate. The double pigtail stent was obviously based, उन्होंने जो किया था उनके एक उनकी theoretical वो थी. Evidence based here, I don't think it is evidence based, and even if it is, it's questionable evidence based. You can put a standard straight stent with a large stone that you've not taken out. You want to buy time, just put a standard 10 French stent, you know, above the stone, and that's good enough. Stent will not migrate.
Sir, total वैसे stone है वो तो very much unlikely possible. 26 का stone है.
कितना 26 mm? तो फिर वो फर्स्ट टाइम में निकला ही नहीं है. 3 साल में 26 mm किधर से होगा?
सर मैं इसको थोड़ा
निकाल नहीं सके.
मैं थोड़ा
देख दो स्पाइगलास करके हम देख लेंगे बड़ा नहीं स्टोन है.
यही हमने सोचा था last time.
स्टोन है भी है पक्का नहीं ट्यूमर ना. आई हैव गॉट अ पेशेंट जिसको मैं we missed it. You can, I can tell you, most people would say this is a stone and it was actually a tumor.
Sir, 4 years.
पूरी साला साइड से डाई जा रही है and everything. I'm thinking यार या तो ये मेरी CA क्या है? Put a spyglass to do lithotripsy, and there was this round, beautiful polyp-like growth. मैंने तो इतना नहीं देखा इन लोगों के तो spyglass आ रहे.
So, in future, can we see कि जिस तरह आजकल मतलब हम commercial ultrasound देखते हैं, 3D ultrasound बड़ा मतलब है. In US, in future, will be able to see 3D US.
I think that
There is a machine available already.
किताब लिखा
No, it's available already. I've seen it on many conferences.
Because जिस तरह sludge पे confusion हो रही
जब तक आएगा जब तक बेटा ये लोगों से पूछना. मेरा तो आखिरी ऐसा कुछ टाइम हो गया शुरू हो गया.
Okay, so thank you so much for your questions. I hope you had a great day. This concludes our second day for the EUS workshop. Tomorrow we will have a briefer program. We have just 2 hands-on candidates whose cases are pending. There will be a lecture, and then we'll conclude the program. From today's workshop, I'm sure we also mentioned this in the prior day, that you saw variability of cases. The first thing is you saw the mediastinum, you saw the different stations, had a look at a few pancreatic pathologies, including cystic lesions. I think you saw a metallic stent in the CBD as well, how to approach the subcarinal area, how to identify the AP window. So I hope you had a good time. I know I did, and it's been a wonderful day. Thank you so much to our faculty for being so accommodating, and thank you, Dr. Saad. If there's anything anybody would like to add, sir? Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Noel. And this is a special day for me. I had our first fellow while you people were doing EUS hands-on training. I wanted our first fellow to be assessed by Khalid. Khalid, do you want to say something?
Thank you, Saad Bhai. Before I talk about the fellow and say something, I'll just want to say, Dr. Saad Bhai, हमारे लिए साद भाई हैं. I'm really speechless basically. I don't know how to really describe what has been built over here and how you have set this up with limited resources in this country and training these fellows. Like it's just with all the resources we have, I feel like we're working in our unit every time we come here. And of course, and really, and it's not just, it's not so easy. It's easy to build something, but running that on day-to-day basis and keep running is the actual task. People can put the machines, people can make it look good for a day, two, but running this every day on daily basis and putting that much effort and having and selecting a team like this, which you have, which is hardworking, that you can see how they put their heart and minds and everything and their souls into this. And it's not, obviously, it starts from the top. You have to have a leader. And I strongly believe, I have no question about that, but strong believe in Iman, in Allah. You find the people to work with you the way you are. If you're going to cut corners, you will find the people who will cut the corners. And if you are hardworking, you are putting your heart and soul, Allah will give you people to work with you who are like you. And I see those that being transmitted. And I mean it. You guys really put so much into this. So every time I see, it's just like it's home. It is home for us, obviously. And but you feel like at home in a way that when you're in this unit, you feel like, oh, whatever you need is going to be available. You just got to say it, even though resources are so limited, but you have kept at least some supply of everything. We had complication. We got a post-sphincterotomy perforation. I need a covered metal stand. Gee, Malikatum. That's how it is. Like even if it is one, but you have that available. So I really, really admire that with what you have been doing. And inshallah, one day the Pakistan is going to turn around and we're going to have more of this and everywhere, and we'll be successful. We all are praying, and we'll do our part what we can do. Now, yes. Now coming to the training, and I assessed our fellow, or your fellow, I should say, and joint fellow, okay. And I was like, okay, you do it and you teach me, basically, that's what I said, and I need to learn it. And I thought I'm just repeating myself, so because I think he memorized all the words I was saying all day. So, okay, I'm gonna go, you're gonna go here and do this, big wheel towards you. Okay, I'm putting this transducer in at the junction of D1, D2 in left upper corner. And I was like, okay, yeah, keep doing that. So you did, did really good job. And I was very, and I was obviously impressed, but what made me feel really good about that is the product of this unit is gonna go, where, Balochistan? Quetta. Gonna go to Quetta, set up a place where patients will be taken care of, and where patients will be properly taken care of. And that's what just, there's no really more happiness than that, when like you feel like you have passed on something which is gonna help humanity. And that's, you have done that.
You have a direct part, especially you, had you not been part of this, I wouldn't be here doing US, and of course the rest would not be here. So Khalid, you are as much part of this as I am.
I know, thank you. And so I don't get emotional usually. I don't want to get emotional, but this is really makes me very, very proud, and I'm like just speechless. Thank you.
I didn't know I have to say something. Hey, Khalid. I want all of you to know. Please, come. Naval, Neil, where is Asim? जब फोटो की बारी आती है इस बंदे को ढूंढना बहुत मुश्किल है। Just to give you a brief, thank you so much, Khalid. We'll just take one more minute. So, Nasir is actually the first fellow, and I just asked him to compile what he has done in the last 2 years. So he's done 531 complete ERCPs. He was part of 271 partial before. So in all, it's over 800 years. EUS he's done 231, observed another 180 before him. He's done EUS FNBs, spyglass, celiac blocks, and this is drainage, and obviously the rest of the blocks. So Alhamdulillah, I think he's done well. Hamara ye naya hai, and I'm inspired by none other than Orlando unit. So obviously they are way above, somewhere in the sky. They're going to koshish kar rahe ki, we keep on getting fellows and then training them and sending them wherever they are from. Because just an update makes us very happy, obviously. My Done?
So, thank you. That concludes our day for today. That's my final call. But hum log inshallah will try to close the program before prayer time. So we just have 2 hands-on cases and a lecture. So please be here on time, 8:30 a.m. and we'll start our day. Thank you so much.